of everything you've heard, this is the last word. What up? It's your boy Bill Corleone, and today we got another up-and-coming Olympian, a thing mo. You know what I mean? She's been breaking her share of records all year, and she's gonna be my pick for this up-and-coming Tokyo Olympics that we cannot attend. Gotta stress that we can't attend it, so it's gonna be streaming. So what we doing right here, we just getting into a couple videos that's just gonna get our juices flowing to our up-and-comers. You remember last time I brought you, yes, Sha'Carri Richardson. So and now I'm bringing you a thing more. So let's get into it.
The NCAA track and field preliminary rounds took place for both the East and the West regions in the United States. These two large events are utilized to filter down the nation's greatest collegiate talents, and come June 9th in Eugene, Oregon, the best athletes from both regions will square off in the NCAA championships. In the West, we recently witnessed Cole Hocker from Oregon once again throw down in both the 1500 and in the 5000 meters. This elusive distance running double would make Hocker the very first collegiate athlete in history to win both of these races in the finals. And given his quite effortless form in both of these events, the man has a solid shot at making history. Heading over to the East, and we once again witnessed Terrence Laird from LSU qualify quite comfortably in both the 100 and in the 200 meters. Since mid-March of this year, he has been completely undefeated in both of these events, and with his ever-improving list of personal bests in the shorter sprints, this LSU senior is certainly the athlete to beat. These two athletes are certainly some of the favorites moving into these finals, but beyond just these two is a huge lineup of up-and-coming talents, and for many, the Olympic Games are certainly in their sights. The hype building up to this year's NCAA Finals is truly incredible. However, there was one other performance that was so unbelievable that no other athlete has ever achieved what was recently done. On May 29th, on the very last day of the West Regionals, the women's 400 meters took place. In this race was a very strong contingent of fast runners, but out in lane 6 was the freshman phenom from Texas A&M, a thing Mo. Throughout 2021, she has been on a legendary tear of races, already including 3 separate collegiate records in both the 400 and in the 800 meters. With personal bests like this and a fantastic racing record this season, she came into this event as the heavy favorite. However, just on her outside was the one athlete who has managed to take her down this season, and that was Kaylin Roberts from USC. In this year's indoor championships, she actually managed to hold off Mo, using her inside lane advantage to take home this victory, winning the women's 400 meters with a time of 50.84 seconds. Again, this was the only occasion where a thing Mo has lost a race this year, including relay races, so had it not been for this one loss, her 2021 racing campaign would be spotless. With this single defeat in mind and her recent powerful momentum leading up to this race, the stage was clearly set for greatness. Over the first 200 meters,
Mo had already made up the stagger on Roberts on her outside. Unlike their previous matchup in the indoor championships, Mo now had the ability to run in her own specific lane throughout this entire race, and now with nothing in her way, she was on her way to a blistering time. From 200 meters up to the 300 meter mark, her lead over the rest of the field was only getting larger, and as she came down the final stretch, it was clear that she was the class of the field. With a finishing time of 49.68 seconds, she had just set a new personal best, she had broken the facility record, she had set a new school record, but most impressively, she had just broken the collegiate record, which had previously stood at 49.71 seconds, set by Courtney Okolo back on April 23rd of 2016. Only adding to her greatness here was the fact that she took down the entire field by well over a second, cementing her name as the clear favorite moving into this year's finals. This performance was another remarkable showing from this up-and-coming star, and with her new personal best in the 400 and her previous 800 meter races this season, Thing Mo has now accomplished a very difficult feat that very few athletes will ever attain. Throughout the entire history of athletics, only 8 female athletes have ever run under 2 minutes for the 800 meters and also under 50 seconds for the 400 meters. This achievement showcases just how talented she is in both of these events. However, out of any female athlete in the entire history of track and field, she is the only junior athlete to ever achieve this running double. It's difficult to fully describe just how rare it is to see an athlete like Athing Mu, because she's not just good in both of these events, she's truly one of the greats in the entire world. At the moment, her seasonal best in the 400 places her as the 4th fastest in the world, and also in the 800 meters this year, her best time ranks as the single fastest time in the entire world. This is just ridiculous. To be ranked so high in both of these events while still only 18 years old is almost unheard of. Typically, a one-lap runner is specifically built to succeed in the 400 meters, and alternatively, to have any amount of international success in the 800 meters requires a specific kind of strength and speed that is almost never found in a 400-meter runner. However, every once in a while, you get an athlete who can compete at the highest levels in both events, and when you do, the potential for greatness is through the roof. If we rewind all the way back to the 1976 Olympic Games, we can see Alberto Quantarena bring home the gold medal in both the 400 and in the 800 meters. To this day, this is still the only occasion in Olympic history where an athlete won both of these events in the finals, showcasing the elusive nature of such an epic double. Quantarena's trademark stride and free-floating form were hallmarks to his incredible Olympic successes. And in addition to his Olympic victories, he also managed to break the world record in the 800 on 2 separate occasions. Indeed, this Cuban runner was truly a once-in-a-generation talent, breaking down barriers in both of these events that very few have ever matched. And in a very similar fashion, Athing Mu is currently changing
The status quo for both the 400 and the 800 meters. Over the course of just a few months, she has already rewritten the record books in both of these events. And if she can maintain her poise and continue improving, well, the sky is the limit for this incredible collegiate athlete. And now I'll pass this final question off to you. Do you think Athing Mu will win an Olympic medal this summer? And if so, what times will she run? And in which events will she see success?
Oh yeah, she gonna
Leave
win
your
the
thoughts
gold
in the
medal.
comments section down below. Thanks for watching,
You
everyone.
heard it, man.
And as always, until next time.
Straight record breaking, man. Sha'Carri Richardson and Athing Mu. Look out for those two. It's one more though. And I'm gonna be bringing that to you probably a little sometime later this week. I ain't gonna tell you exactly the name yet. But yeah, this is the last word.